is copywritten. Broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Game 2 takes place at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. It's Coppell and Marcus. Get out your pancakes, put some sausage on the grill, grab your chocolate milk, and grab a Dunkin' Donut. It's time for morning baseball. Texas high school baseball style. From Quick Trip Park at Grand Prairie, Texas, alongside Evan Nemec, Doug Branch on CSR TV. It's Game 2 of the area series between the Coppell Cowboys and the Flower Mound Marcus Marauders. Marauders will be the home team in today's game. They are behind 1-0 in the 3-game set. They lost 2-0 as the Coppell Cowboys won last night to force a do-or-die winner-go-home for the Jeff Sherman-led Marcus Marauders. On the bump, it'll be Ethan Nichols. So Sherman's going to go with the big left-hander against this very potent Coppell Cowboy squad. We'll get you the lineups in just a moment. At third base, it'll be Brendan Venter. The shortstop is Jimmy Glowanke. At second base, it's Alex Jackson. First base, Patrick Kometz. Behind the plate, the battery mate is Matt Bernstein. Out in left field, it looks like Alex Albright. Center field is Nick Miner, and in right field, it's Ashton Easley for the Marcus Marauders. Miles Pascal looks to lead this game off for the Coppell Cowboys, who, with a win in this game this morning, will take the series and move on in the state 6A playoffs.
Saw a really tight game yesterday. Just a 2-0 win for Coppell, and only 4 hits combined between the two squads. It was a definite pitcher's duel, and those 2 runs were scored all in the bottom of the 5th inning. I believe both pitchers were perfect through 3 innings yesterday.
I'll tell you what, it was a quick game that got started late, and it did not finish a lot later than what it should have had it started on time. Ethan Nichols with the first offering. It's low for a ball to Miles Pascal, the center fielder. Pitch number 2 from Nichols. Nubbed foul down the third base line, out of the reach of Brendan Venter. And it'll run the count even to 1-1. Pascal yesterday reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out twice. 0 for 3. This is fouled off straight to the backstop. Puts Nichols ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning. Coppell in black, white pants, trimmed in white and red on the sleeves. Very unique-looking uniform for the Cowboys. Here's the pitch from Nichols. Swing and a miss. And the first strikeout is recorded by Ethan Nichols for the Marcus Marauders. A defensive change. Alex Jackson in at second for Michael Wheeler. Wheeler, unfortunately, exposed for having a weaker arm, not able to turn a double play that cost a run for the Marauders in yesterday's affair. Nichols deals, hit right back at him by Nesbitt. Nesbitt is thrown out with the underhanded toss at first base. Jacob Nesbitt retired on 1 pitch, 1-3. And repete s'il vous plaît, Evan Nemec, as Coppell swinging early at Marcus offerings.
That's exactly what happened yesterday. A lot of aggressive at-bats where the pitch count wasn't really a concern for either hurler yesterday.
Marco Navarro, the left-handed first baseman, will step in for the Cowboys. Navarro wears number 24 on his back. Takes the second pitch, down and away for a ball. He's ahead in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Nichols from the windup. He'll deal. Takes a little bit off, and it's driven hard into a concession stand on the left side, foul. Now, they've got 1-1, but I swear that there have been 3 pitches.
Yeah, the home plate umpire just put up 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, 2-1 should be correct. Takes a little bit off that one, misses inside, runs the count to 3 balls and a strike on the 3-hole hitter, Marco Navarro. On deck, it should be Hayden Kettler. Nichols, the left-hander, in the dirt, and he issues a free pass after a strikeout and a ground out. And it will be Hayden Kettler. Oh, check that. Is that? Yes. Kettler from the right side. Down at first, it's Marco Navarro. Reached on a walk. The left-hander Nichols from the stretch for the first time tonight. Takes a little off-speed pitch called strike on the outside corner. On a nice pitch from Nichols, headed to Air Force up in Colorado Springs. Got a feeling that hair is going to go to some good use somewhere, but it is not going to be at the Air Force Academy. Pitch number 2 is a fastball on the outside corner, and Nichols is pounding the strike zone early. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first inning. Runner down at first is Marco Navarro. Nichols winds, he runs. They'll throw to second and not get the runner Navarro as it's a poor throw out of the hand of Patrick Kometz. And Navarro into second base with a stolen base. And I can tell you, Evan, that is something that the first baseman for the Marcus Marauders have struggled with all season.
You said we saw it yesterday with the second baseman, Michael Wheeler, trying to turn a double play and couldn't get it to happen. And there, Nichols saw it the whole way as Navarro bolted for second base, and a better throw would have gotten the third out of the inning.
Well, and to be a little bit in Patrick Kometz's defense, Glowinski was a little late getting there. Didn't have anything to throw at, but in that situation, you have to throw at the bag. Shot down, foul. Either way, the stolen base recorded by Navarro. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second is the aforementioned Marco Navarro. In scoring position here in the top of the first. Want to remind you that Jersey Mike's in Coppell is a proud supporter of Cowboys baseball. Jersey Mike's, always freshly sliced. I was about to say always freshly sliced freshly. Foul ball out of play into the seats. Well, actually into the dugout and back out on the field. Kometz will field and hand it off to the first base coach for the Coppell Cowboys. Coppell under the leadership of head coach Kendall Clark. Of course, the Marcus Marauders under the leadership of Jeff Sherman in his 3rd year. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no score. Top of the first. Navarro down at second. 180 feet away from putting the Cowboys on top 1-0. Nichols will deal. Strike 3 called. So a runner reaches, but he's stranded there. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here on CSR. Coming up for the Marauders. We'll get to that when we come back on CSR. Back in a moment.
On all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports and Facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Back at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. Marauders come up for their first at bats here on the bottom of the first. It'll be the left fielder, Alex Albright. Albright last night was 0 for 3, grounded out, flew out to right field, and struck out. First pitch from Charles King is outside. His battery mate is Cole Solomon. Austin Gross down at third. The shortstop is Jacob Nesbitt. Second pitch right down the pipe. Evens the count at 1-1. Over at second base, Ty Manning, and the first baseman is Marco Navarro. From outfield left to right, it's Hayden Kettler. The center fielder is Miles Pascal, and the right fielder is Daniel Jones. That's your lineup. Behind Charles King, who is behind in the count, 2 balls and a strike, to the leadoff hitter, Alex Albright. Or Albright. I've said that before, haven't I? Albright. Catch myself. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the fastball out of King's hand. Evens the count. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off, right side out of play. We'll do it all over again. Folks, stand by. In the third inning, you'll get to hear the golden tones of Evan Nemick.
Ooh, that's high billing there, Doug.
That is. Swing and a miss. Albright goes down on the swinging strikeout. And a nice start, Evan, for Charles King here in the bottom of the first.
It just goes to show the pitching depth that both of these schools have, where you had Ethan Nichols starting for Marcus and now Charles King for Coppell, and they both started out really strong, getting a strikeout in their first inning.
Brendan Venter did single. Here's a shot to third. Picked up, Gross. He'll throw on to first, and Venter's out. And I believe that's what he did last time in his first at-bat in yesterday's game, hit the first pitch for a ground out. Nope. That was the second at-bat he did that. But he grounds out, only making Charles King throw one pitch. 5-3 on the retirement. First pitch is a ball to Matt Bernstein. Bernstein had the other single in yesterday's affair. Venter had a hit. Bernstein had a hit. That was all for the Marauders. Here's a pitch from Charles King. Base hit up the center. Nope, it's going to get to the outfielder off the top of his shoes. That's Miles Pascal who makes the play. So a fly out to center field ends the inning for the Marauders. We head to the bottom, or check that, top of the second. When we come back, Coppell Cowboys at the plate. That's here on CSR TV. Back in a moment.
Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back in Grand Prairie, we are in the top of the second inning. And this inning is brought to you by Elite Care Emergency Room, and they are proud supporters of Cowboy Baseball. Open 24/7 for all your emergency needs. 720 North Denton Tap Road, just in front of Market Street. It's Elite Emergency Care Room, or Elite Care Emergency Room. Transpose that. Dickey's Barbecue since 2000. The Coppell Cowboys. 2 winning Texas traditions. Hit a home run with Dickey's Barbecue. Slow smoke, served fast. Trey Becerra will step in for the Cowboys. First pitch fouled off from the hand of Ethan Nichols to the backstop, and Nichols is ahead in the count. No balls and a strike on the DH, Trey Becerra. On deck, number 28, Austin Gross, the third baseman for the Cowboys. This one chopped foul the other way into the dugout. Nichols, the lanky left-hander, spins and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Nichols now with 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. And we're only a third of an inning through the second.
Now batting third baseman number 28, Austin Gross.
Austin Gross will step in from the right side to try and challenge Ethan Nichols here in the top of the second. Pitch from Nichols. Off speed. Got him. Swing and a miss.
Pretty pitch there by Nichols.
Daniel Jones is on deck. Tell you what, if you watch his arm speed, you can see that coming. Fouled off. Ahead in the count. 0-2. The problem is when he throws the fastball, you don't have much time to react to it.
Right.
Because it's got some gas coming to the plate. Nichols will throw, takes a little off. 2 hops down to Venter. He'll come up and throw on to first. Easy play. And Austin Gross is retired, 5-3. Now Daniel Jones will come up. Cole Solomon on deck for the Cowboys.
Now batting right fielder number 13, Daniel Jones.
Jones stationed in right field again for game 2 of the area playoffs. Nichols offers, fouled, right side, out of play. Tell you what, they better have a lot of baseballs because they continue to just foul baseball. Last night, I want to say there was 30 balls fouled off. Not that I counted them all, but it seemed like it. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I was just reminded one of them put stitch marks on somebody's leg. Curveball for a strike, 0-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Let me see. Oh, you know what we should do? We should take a picture of that and tweet it. Can you take a picture and send it to me and I'll tweet it? Foul ball injury. Nichols misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Nub towards first base. Kometz got it. He'll throw on to Nichols covering, and Daniel Jones is erased, 3-1. So a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the second inning. No score from Grand Prairie. Back in a moment on CSR.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need Stacky, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well on the web at statgeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
Head to the bottom of the second inning. Ashton Easley at the plate for the Marauders, facing Charles King. King missed with the first pitch. Second pitch, check swing. High for ball 2 to Easley. Then it'll be Nick Miner. This one's fouled off, straight back to the screen. Counting out 2 balls and a strike on the Marauder right fielder. Miner, the center fielder, on deck. This misses. King struggling to find the strike zone here with Ashton Easley. 3 balls and a strike. And you give him a free pass, it's almost like putting him on second base. Shot towards center. Pascal takes a step back. He'll charge in and easily retire Ashton Easley. No pun intended.
That could have been a big opportunity for Marcus. You get a runner on with no outs, and of course with Ashton Easley's speed at first base, he's known to swipe second.
Well, and he was given the green light to swing 3-1. Knew he was going to see a fastball, or should. That misses outside. Little tighter strike zone from the umpire tonight than we had last night, I believe. Nick Miner up, Alex Jackson to follow. Here's the King offering. Misses again outside. 2 balls, no strikes, as the Cowboy faithful are all over the back of the umpire. And they may have a gripe. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and it's a called strike right down the pipe to Nick Miner. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. No score from Quick Trip Park. And I got to be honest, folks, I don't know how it looks on the camera, but it is dark here. Here's a base hit. Miner into right field, shoots it between the first baseman and the second baseman, and the Marauders are on with their first hit. And Alex Jackson will step in. Has not been to the plate in a regular appearance in quite some time, but called into action here. Bryce Verplank, the DH, will be next. From the stretch for the first time, King. Jackson pops it up to the shortstop. He'll range back as Nesbitt. Nesbitt makes the catch. And 1 pitch and 1 out. I would have to say not a very good at-bat there from Alex Jackson.
You at least want to try and get that on the ground so that way you have an opportunity for your base runner, Nick Miner, to head over to second.
Well, and again, I mean, I don't know what Jeff Sherman has told him, but you know, you're swinging at the first pitch. You got a runner on first base. This is the first time he's been in the stretch. Make him throw you a strike before you swing. Put a little pressure on the pitcher. And Verplank goes after the first one in the dirt, swing and a miss. Verplank has been swinging a simmer bat lately. But Charles King made him look a little silly on that swing. Throw over to first, and Nick Miner was able to basically slide back in on top of the bag with his chest because he was only about 1.5 feet off. Miner late to get out. Fastball, called strike on Verplank, who watches it into the zone. No balls, 2 strikes on the 6'5", 215-pound Oklahoma State commit. King from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Runner goes up high. Throw down to second from Solomon. Not in time. And check that. Miner has stolen the base. Now he's in scoring position for Bryce Verplank, the DH. This is why Jeff Sherman's got Verplank in this position. Put the ball in play. Get the run home. 1 ball, 2 strikes. King will bring it to the plate. Swing and a miss. And Verplank is out. So a strikeout ends the inning. We head to the top of the third. No score from Grand Prairie. Back in a moment on CSR. It's the Coppell Cowboys and the Marcus Marauders.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Back at Quick Trip Park at Grand Prairie. It's the Marauders and the Cowboys. Cole Solomon, the catcher, will be up. Want to remind you that Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with the schools and organizations that are within the communities they serve. We are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come see them at their location in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. Ethan Nichols on the bump for Jeff Sherman's Marcus Marauders as we start the top of the third inning. No score from Grand Prairie. Fouled off left-hand side into the Coppell dugout. It'll be Cole Solomon.
It is Chaz Peterson.
And Chaz Peterson
on deck.
There's a chopper to first. Kometz catches, steps on the bag, and he'll do it himself. 3 unassisted. So a relatively easy out for the big man. The swimsuit model from Flower Mound.
Now batting second baseman, number 5, Chaz Peterson.
Special shout out to Patrick's mom, Mrs. Kometz, at home listening and watching on CSR TV. Wish you could be here. Here's the pitch. Hit in the right-hand side. Kometz is ranging over. He'll get under it and make the play. Nice play by Kometz to work back, get himself under the ball, and then work forward into it. And 2 quick outs. For the Marauders. Oh, I said the third inning. All right, you're doing the bottom of the third.
Hey, that's
Be ready.
cool.
You didn't say anything.
Give me the green light.
There it is.
All right.
I'm kidding. Shot up the middle. Jackson's going to field. He won't have time. Throws it past Kometz. And very wisely, Miles Pascal just turns and heads back to the base. So an infield hit. Very tough play for Nichols as he slowed it down too much to get to Jackson in a timely manner to make a play at first. So we'll rule that a base hit. Although they've got an error on the board. I can't see how you can call that an error on a shot through the pitcher's legs. I'm not calling it an error. I'm sorry he gets a hit.
Well, that's the first hit of the game, right? Because they've got a 1 under the hit column there, but they've also got an error for Marcus. You got to have one or the other.
Yep. Nichols will deal. Hit into right field, coming hard. And this is going to fall. Rounding and going first to third on a nice play. Venter knocks the ball down and holds everybody there, but Alex Jackson not able to get there, and neither was Ashton Easley. And just like that, the Coppell Cowboys are in business with the 3-hole hitter, Marco Navarro, headed to the plate. Nesbitt with the Texas Leaguer. 2 hits in a row and Going first to third on very smart running is Miles Pascal.
Now batting first baseman number 24.
That's called reading the baseball right there. Because if he doesn't read it well, he's out at first base by 90 feet. Nichols going to have to work out of a jam. He does have 2 outs. Throw over to first. Going the wrong direction was Jacob Nesbitt, but he's able to get back in safely. Navarro walked in his first at bat in the first inning. Nichols is paying special attention. Fastball down low, just misses. Ball and no strikes. Matt Bernstein wanted that one. Nichols will go to first. Almost looked like a balk. The umpire, though, is in good position to make that call. Ball and no strikes. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Nichols will offer to Navarro. He throws to first again. And that, boy, I'll tell you what. I am, that foot seems to be coming pretty far forward for Nichols to get away with that move, but the first base umpire is lined up right behind the base, so he's got a good view of it. Here's the pitch, slide step. Navarro not able to get the bat out. Wasn't ready for that pitch. Evens a count at 1-1 strike on the Cowboy first baseman. Runners on the corners. Navarro digs in from the left side. Throw over to first. Nesbitt back.
Now you hear the balk calls from the fans.
Yeah,
well.
And I'll tell you, look at Kendall Clark down there. He is absolutely making sure he sees whether it is or not. Curveball hit towards center field. It's a blooper. Glowinky's able to get back and stab it. And the score remains tied at 0. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Marauders will be up. And we'll see who's going to be up to bat. We should have one more hitter and then back to the top of the order. That and more on CSR when we return to Grand Prairie. Jimmy Glowinky apparently coming. That's next here on CSR.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2, 2009, Zachary Schraw, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number one cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Bottom of the third inning. 0-0 Coppell and Marcus. Quick Trip Park at Grand Prairie. Evan Nemick, Doug Branch with you on CSR TV. Patrick Kometz, the Marauder first baseman, to lead it off against Charles King, man on the hill for Coppell. So far, Marcus with just one hit through the first 2 innings, and Kometz skies this one out into center field. Miles Pascal underneath to make the first out of the bottom of the third.
Kometz got a lot on that one, but unfortunately it did not find the gap. And the very speedy Miles Pascal is able to track that down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. By the way, to take you through the bottom of the third,
yes,
Evan Nemick.
Thank you, Doug.
I didn't get to do my intro. You jumped right in. You got too excited, young man.
I must have jumped that green light.
You jumped that gun.
The sophomore shortstop, Jimmy Glowinky, is the 9-hole hitter for Marcus. The count evened up at a ball and a strike. On deck, Alex Albright, as we would go back to the top of the lineup. Glowinky out into right field. Camping out underneath it is DJ Jones. And 2 quick outfield catches for the Cowboys and 2 away.
F8, F9. Do we have an F10 coming?
I don't think so, but
I heard a funny drill team joke.
all right.
Here it is. How do you know how do officers count?
How?
And 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. They don't get to 1, 2, 3, 4. They just jump the gun, don't they?
Get it? Officers count. Anyway.
All right, back to King. Rolls underneath his glove and then under the hand of Peterson at second base. And all right, reaching safely over at first.
So no Ty Manning tonight at second. Peterson, it would have been a tough play, let's be honest. He tried to barehand it. Unlike Michael Wheeler last night, tried to get it in his glove, but the result was the same. And I'm not sure. Did they call that a hit? I haven't seen an error put up.
They did call it a hit. The scoreboard out in left center has 2 hits apiece right now, but nobody's played it a run. Brendan Venter, the third baseman for Marcus, now up at the dish with Albright at first and a throw over. Albright dives in back safely to first. 2 outs, bottom of the third inning, and Charles King on the bump for Coppell. Albright runs towards second, but it's fouled off by Brendan Venter. And he'll have to trot back over to first. Game 2 of the best of 3 series. Coppell won 2-0 last night in Game 1. And now it's early morning baseball for Game 2.
Or late night baseball, depending on who you ask. You knew that was coming,
very true. Very true.
I'll tell you what, by tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be a zombie. As Kenny Chesney's in town.
Oh, you going to that concert?
No, I'm just going to take people and take them home and make lots of money for doing it.
He's got Jason Aldean with him as well.
Wow, that's a good twosome. I imagine both of them were here for the Academy of Country Music Awards just a month ago at Jerry World, down the street here from Quick Trick Park.
Back in safely is Albright at first. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third.
I won't interrupt you again. Sorry, Charles King with a nice snap throw to first. He's got a decent move.
Bernstein.
Fair
ball down the left field line.
Watch the Riverboat Gambler. The slot machine is rolling, and the Marauders take the early lead on a double down the line by Brendan Venter. Nice piece of hitting.
Alex Albright coming around all the way from first base to score the first run of the game, and it's 1-0 Marcus.
Albright's got good speed. They were going to steal him, but Venter, as you mentioned, able to knock it right down the line for a double and put the Marauders on top in a game that, Evan, they cannot afford to lose. Just an update. If this game is won by the Marauders, Game 2 will follow immediately as the other series that had taken the 11 o'clock slot ended last night. So an update, this game will come your way on CSR right after this one finishes. Probably have a 30-minute delay. Now back to Evan Nemec, who may end up calling the rest of the game if the Marauders keep doing this.
Matt Bernstein, the senior catcher, up now for Marcus with Venter at second base.
A quick update that
go.
I'm being told that if we have to play a second game, unfortunately, we have to head to Plano. Is that official? We have to head to Plano. So forget it coming at 2 o'clock. So it would be a 2 o'clock start in Plano. Wow, how many times do you play a doubleheader in different parts of the city? Thomas Lee, you better get out your checkbook because I'm charging for mileage.
1-1 count. to
Shot
Bernstein.
right field.
Here comes Venter rounding third. At the plate. Venter's gunned down.
Yeah, he doesn't have the speed to be able to score there. Didn't get a good jump, and Brendan Venter is cut down on a really nice throw from right field out of the hand of Daniel Jones. So the Marauders are able to score one, Evan, and they'll take that lead as we head to the top of the fourth, correct?
1-0. Marcus on top of Coppell after 3 here on CSR TV.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
1-0. Marcus Marauders on top of the Coppell Cowboys in the top of the fourth inning. This half inning brought to you by Jay Macklin's Grill. The Cowboys want to remind you to visit their concession stand located in the trailer next to the bleachers whenever the Cowboys play at home. Jay Macklin's Grill, serving lunch, dinner, and weekend breakfast. Eat, talk, drink at Jay Macklin's, the casual neighborhood grill, voted Coppell's best patio. Stop by before or after the game and see for yourself.
Nicely done, young Evan Nemick. It's Plano West now we're being updated instead of Plano. So Plano West is where the game will happen. It will start at 2. That's if the Marauders can hold on and beat the Cowboys in game 2. Off speed, and it's in the dirt, out of the hand of Ethan Nichols as we head to the top of the fourth. Marauders stake to a 1-run lead. If you are thinking about buying or selling your home, call Laura Barnett of Remax DFW, 972-471. Sold. Misses outside. Laura is Coppell's top producing residential agent since 2006. You'll be sold on her service. Ball 3 misses, and Matt Bernstein wants a new ball. .30 count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And Hayden Kettler has issued a walk, and that's not what you want to do after you score a run. Get thrown out at the plate is put the first runner, top of the fourth inning, on base.
And with the designated hitter, Trey Becerra, up now.
And ladies and gentlemen, since he did such a good job in the bottom of the third, to take you through the top of the fourth, it's Evan Nemick.
All right, thanks, Doug. A walk to Hayden Kettler. He's at first base right now, and Trey Becerra at the plate in the top of the fourth inning. Nichols deals in, and this one's high for ball 1.
Well, he's all of a sudden just lost the strike zone. Four strikeouts so far on the game for Ethan Nichols.
This one's bouncing towards home plate. And Bernstein wants to have a chat with Ethan Nichols.
Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus High School Baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting good needs. Locker Room Sports is located 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville, or you can visit them on Facebook or on the web at lrsportswear.com.
2 balls, no strikes to Trey Becerra. Nichols peers over to first. Soft toss, and Kettler is back easily.
Wonder how that snap throw from that position works. Is that hard on your arm?
Once again, the lefty throws to first base.
It looks like we're going to have some action down in the Marcus bullpen. That would be number 3 for the Marauders. And I believe that is Cooper Renfro. Is that correct?
I've got Dawson Shelburne.
Oh, Dawson Shelburne. It is Shelburne. That is correct. Sorry.
3-0 count from Nichols once again. Throw over to first base and back easily is Kettler.
Well, and you can see that right here, Evan, Coach Jeff Sherman, no patience if you're not going to throw strikes. He's got somebody warming up quickly. Nichols aiming the ball, and he walks it.
So 2 straight walks to begin the 4th inning. And the Cowboys now have runners at first and second.
And a wise baseball man by the name of Harry Carey, everybody. Harry here. Just kidding. Not going to go there. Playoff baseball. Anyway, can't defense a walk. There's no way to get anybody out on a walk, so Coach David Williamson's going to head out to the mound. And while he does that, let us tell you that Salerno's Italian Restaurant is a family tradition serving Flower Mound since 1985. I believe I was just a wee lad then. Not really.
Good for you.
Thanks. Were you even a
no.
spud in your mother's eye?
No.
No, okay. I don't think I said that right. Anyway, they offer rehearsal dinner, birthday, and catering packages. Salerno's True Taste, True Italian. Also visit their sister restaurant, Bistecca, an Italian steakhouse in Highland Village specializing in steaks, seafood, and more. A 4-star adventure.
So after back-to-back walks, we have a pinch hitter for the Cowboys. It's number 16, Ben Kelly, in place of Austin Gross. With Daniel Jones on deck. Kelly puts down the bunt down to third base to Venture, thrown across to first to Kometz in time. But he does his job and advances the runners over to second and third. Kettler at third, Trey Becerra standing on second, and with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Marcus with the 1-0 lead, but that's being threatened now by Coppell.
Well, you'll remember in the last inning, base runners on the corners, and Nichols was able to get out of the jam. Can he do it again?
First pitch strike to Daniel Jones, the right fielder.
Tell you what, I always coached Evan when my pitchers get in trouble is just throw strikes, throw contact. Let the defense work behind you. Don't try to do it all yourself.
You can't force things. 0-1, and Jones rips through that one. Strike 2.
Now, that comes out of his hand. That ball jumped. Because that did not look like Ethan Nichols reared back and threw that, but that thing had some spank on it.
1 out. Marauders lead 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Nichols, this pitch outside, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third for the Marauders. Jones wants to step out of the box. The 1-2 is low, and now the count's evened up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Jones. The 2-2 from Nichols, grounder to second. Jackson over to Kometz at first for the quick out, but Coppell plates their first run, and we're knotted up at a run apiece.
Daniel Jones does his job right there, puts the ball on the ground, puts it in play, and you said it, tied at 1.
So 2 walks, a sacrifice bunt to advance the runners, and then a fielder's choice over to second, and it is 1-1 Coppell and Marcus. Solomon now, the catcher at bat for the Cowboys. 1-0 count. This one down the middle, and it's evened up at a ball and a strike. Becerra still at third base for the Cowboys. And this pitch cannot catch the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coppell looking for their first lead of the ballgame. They just tied it up at 1-1. This pitch fouled softly off the side of the press box. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Solomon. Just got a piece of that to stay alive.
Solomon battling at the plate. His last at bat, a ground out unassisted to Patrick Kometz. And the walk so far has come back to hurt the Marauders, as it did last night.
Just before this pitch from Nichols, Solomon calls time.
Umpire had a nice, what's that Michael Jackson move where you do your feet backward? Moonwalk. He kind of moonwalked out from behind the plate of Matt Bernstein right there.
Ethan Nichols peers in, the 2-2. Inside for ball 3.
I'll tell you what, Solomon thought that he was rung up. You see him wait on it? I bet you if there's another one close like that, he does not get that call. Because he was waiting for the umpire to say, you're out.
Nichols coming quickly with the 3-2 into center field, and it drops. Minor can't reach it, and the Cowboys are up 2-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Becerra charges home from third.
And 2 out runs will absolutely kill you. And what a great job of hitting by Cole Solomon, the catcher right there. They'll run for him.
That's number 1, Shane Steiger, in to run at first base for Solomon. But, yeah, really battled in that at-bat.
Pokes one into right center field, scores a run, and Coppell has answered. And more.
Peterson, a high chopper. And Glowinski just steps on the bag at second. The Coppell Cowboys answer back. Marcus scored 1 in the 3rd. Coppell answers with 2 of their own in the top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Cowboys leading the Marauders in Game 2 of the Best of 3 series on CSR TV.
All the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Posh Couture Rentals is a nationally known rental company available for all your hometown party needs. Posh offers the finest in tabletop chairs, linens for all your celebrations on Coppell. Resident rental orders. Posh will donate 10% of the proceeds to Coppell's baseball team. That's Posh Couture Rentals. First pitch to Ashton Easley is a ball outside from Charles King. Second pitch drilled into center field for a base hit. And the Marauders will try to answer back to the 2 runs plated by the Cowboys in the top of the 4th as we are in the bottom of the 4th. Doug Branch alongside Evan Nemec. running the camera and giving you some of his play-by-play. More importantly, giving me a break. I won't hide that fact. A well-deserved break, right, Evan? Nick Miner up now. Miner singled in the second. Marauders have something going. Easily down at first. He does have plus speed. Timeout at the plate from Nick Miner. And that's 2 times now. The umpires come out, although this time he does not moonwalk.
Miner went over to Sherman at third base before his at-bat and now wants to double check.
You know, the question here is, as they play in on the corners, are they going to try to play small ball and move the runner over in scoring position down by a run, or are they going to let Nick Miner swing away? Easily back into first. Easily, I said it twice. Easily. I'm stuttering, so you can say that. Back into first easily. I should just say easily squared. Ashton with a healthy lead at first. King squares around, bunts. Miner's got it down. It's a good bunt. They'll have to go to first. King shuffles it on to Navarro for out number 1. But Nick Miner able to sacrifice down to second base and into scoring position with the tying run 180 feet away. It's Ashton Easley.
Now batting second baseman, number 8, Alex Jackson.
Now will Alex Jackson lay off the first pitch and make King come to him a couple times? Jackson will dig in from the right side. The Wichita State commit. Here's the pitch. Right down the pipe. Strike 1. I'm okay with that, though. Get a feel for the pitcher instead of taking a cut at the first one. Now you're ready to hit, Mr. Jackson. King from the stretch. Goes to the belt. Here's the pitch. Grounded towards second. 4 hops. It's bobbled. Throw on to first. Oh, they throw it away. Into the dugout. Up into the stands. And we're tied at 2. And Peterson, who came in as a defensive replacement for this game, commits a huge error. As Alex Jackson and Ashton Easley change positions on the field. 1 out, and Bryce Verpank to the plate. So an error on the second baseman allows Alex Jackson to get down to second, and you got to, Evan, at least credit Jackson with showing good speed and hustling to first, making that a tough play.
Yeah, it was a lot of hops there on that grounder, but it looked like a play that Peterson should have made at first.
Jackson goes, swing and a miss, throw down to third, and he's out. Over slides the base. Sherman's pointing down to the base saying that he was back on. Jackson, unfortunately, slides through the base. You know, it's one of those deals. You're not used to the AstroTurf and how far you will go on it. Not able to catch a toe on the bag, and Jackson out, and he would have been clearly safe. As Sherman starts to roll the dice, does the Riverboat Gambler. He is disgusted in the third base umpire.
We saw last weekend when the games were played on turf at Plano and Plano West how far the runners were sliding into second or to third.
For Plank and an 0-2 count, look for a curveball from King as they continue. Now they throw fastball outside, but they've spotted a weakness in Bryce Verplank's swing. Have the Coppell Cowboys continue to throw curveballs at him. There's the third one. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning, a very promising inning, but we are tied. 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left on. We head to the top of the 5th inning. We're tied at 2 from Grand Prairie. Back in a moment on CSR.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
If you're a basketball parent or coach, you need StatGeek, the simplest way to keep stats ever created. Our easy-to-use iPad app turns anyone into a professional statistician, and all they have to do is simply follow the ball. Produce full and accurate box scores and play-by-play reports. Send accurate stats out to your fans, media, or recruiters. It's sports statistic collection redefined. StatGeek is available right now in the iPad App Store for just $4.99, and there are team fundraising opportunities available as well. On the web at statgeek.com. StatGeek, keep your eye on the ball.
Back at Quick Trip Park, Grand Prairie, Texas. Area action. It's a do-or-die game for the Marcus Marauders, and they're able to come back with a run in the bottom of the fourth. We're tied at 2, heading to the top of the fifth. Ethan Nichols still on the mound, and coming up is at the top of the order, Miles Pascal. Pascal has singled and struck out. 1 for 2 tonight. Or what am I saying tonight? This morning. Feels like night. Overcast skies, no lights on. I'm still surprised they have not put the lights on, although I do realize that that's a pretty hefty electric bill. Off speed, Nichols has got Pascal so far out in front, he could have swung twice at that one. Took a ton off of it. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, strike 2. Nichols, 0-2 count. Just takes the fastball right at Pascal. Strikes him out looking. And Jacob Nesbitt will come to the plate. The first baseman, Marco Navarro, is on deck. Other than a couple of walks that ended up punishing the Marauders in the fourth, Ethan Nichols has looked really good, Evan.
I was going to say, after starting last inning, foul ball down the third baseline. After starting last inning with those back-to-back walks, Nichols rebounds to start the top of the fifth with a strikeout.
Nichols goes back to the well one too many times, and Nesbitt is not fooled by it, although just foul out of the reach of the third baseman, a diving Brendan Venter. So a hard foul ball goes as a strike. Count as no balls and 1 strikes, but I think you would agree that kind of slow curveball to start off the Coppell Cowboys may not work anymore. Throws it again. 2 hops to Glowinski. He'll slide, throw onto first, and easily retired is Jacob Nesbitt, 6-3. 2 outs in the inning. Marco Navarro, the first baseman, he walked and was stranded at second base in the first inning, struck out in the third.
First baseman, number 24, Marco Navarro.
Navarro will bat from the left side. Here's the pitch. Slow curveball down in the dirt. Matt Bernstein goes out to talk. While he does that, we'll tell you Valentine Premier Roofing is based in Coppell and provides commercial and residential roofing services. Contact Valentine Premier Roofing to find out how to replace or how your replacement roof can benefit the Coppell High School Baseball Booster Club today. Also, at this time, we'd like to thank our local Coppell sponsor, Dr. Glenn Solomon, and his family dental practice. Dr. Solomon provides complete family dental care, including cosmetic dentistry, Invisalign, as that pitch was Invisalign as a ball, Invisalign orthodontics, and general family dental care. New patients are welcome. Call today to improve your smile. Here's the pitch from Nichols. Oh. And he hits Navarro in the back with the off-speed pitch. Navarro kind of winces at that one, but he'll be okay. And down to first base he goes. And if you recall, it was after a hit batter last night that the proverbial floodgates, and I say that as 2 runs were scored. It's not really floodgates, but that's all they needed behind Jensen Elliott. two-hitter.
I was going to say, in game one, 2 runs was a flood. I mean, both pitchers were no-hitters through 3 innings in game one.
Hayden Kettler, left fielder, will step in for Kendall Clark's Coppell Cowboys. Called strike on the outside corner. Communicating information connects your business. Transporting information is our business. For over 20 years, Able Communications has helped businesses connect with commerce by providing secure and reliable solutions for their communication needs. As Ethan Nichols communicates strike 2. Let us help you stay connected. Able Communications, connecting companies, connecting you. 0-2 count. Nichols could strike him out here. It'll be triage time. Shot into the gap. It's over the head of the left fielder. 1 run will score. Navarro rounds third. Going into third with the triple on his stomach is Hayden Kettler, and the Coppell Cowboys are back out in front. 3-2. So that hit batter comes back to haunt the Marcus Marauders one more time.
What a huge hit there, and legging it out for a triple as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kettler got every bit of that one, and he knew it as soon as it was off the bat. Hit it into one of the deepest parts of the ballpark.
It was all the way to the wall at about 366 feet.
Trey Becerra will step in. Runner down at third is the hero of the game with the game-winning hit at this point, Hayden Kettler. Nichols from the stretch. Kettler at third. Pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-1 count. Well, I'll tell you what, for the Marcus Marauders, they dig back into it and then immediately in the next top of the inning go down a run. That's in the dirt. Bernstein with a nice scoop. Local State Farm agent Dan Garber is there to walk you through a free discount double check and to make sure you're getting the car insurance you deserve. Whether it's being a good driver, having a good student, or combining your car and home policies, Dan knows how to turn discounts into real savings. Give Dan a call or check him out at dangarber.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Unfortunately for Ethan Nichols, that pitch misses outside and was not there. Count runs to 3 balls and a strike on Trey Becerra, the DH. Up next, it's Austin Gross if Becerra is to reach. Swing and a miss. Full count now on Becerra. He walked and scored in the 4th. Struck out in the 2nd. Pitch from Nichols. Off speed, misses wide at right. That is the Florida State miss, and another walk for Nichols, who has now issued 4 in the game.
Now batting third baseman, number 28, Austin Gross.
4 walks to go against 5 strikeouts.
It definitely seems like the Cowboys are being a lot more patient at the plate.
Nichols was starting off each batter with that slow off-speed pitch, but not able to do that here as they started looking for it. So he goes fastball inside. Austin Gross takes it for a strike. Down in the count 0-1. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and Coppell leads by a run, 3-2. Fouled off. Oh, very close to us, but fortunately no damage done in the radio booth. Of course, if I get hurt, something's real wrong.
You know, as soon as you say that, Doug.
Yeah, it's coming. Runner goes. Hit into right field. It's going to be down for a base hit. Another run scores. It's in the outfield. Bobbled. They'll send the runner. Going from third. It's up the line. Bernstein can't get it. And back to first base goes Austin Gross. Kettler scores. Becerra scores. And Gross is on at first with a single to right field. And just like that, it's a 5-2 ball game.
Now batting right fielder, number 13, Daniel.
And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with this Coppell Cowboy team. They continue to swing the bat. Outside pitch, took it to right field. Shelburne continues to warm up in the dugout. Here's a shot in the left field. Base hit. That'll move everybody up 90 feet. Daniel Jones, DJ, with the hit.
And here comes Jeff Sherman out of the Marcus dugout.
Calls for time. While he does that, let's pay a bill. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital Flower Mound is your community hospital. The hospital is #1 ranked as best place to work by Modern Healthcare in 2013 and voted the best place to have a baby in Denton County by Child's Magazine. Texas Health Flower Mound has a fully equipped emergency room and on-site labs. The facility is a full-service facility providing high-tech, cutting-edge care. Texas Health Flower Mound is committed to taking care of the needs of you and your family. To find out more information about the facility, find a physician, go to TexasHealthFlowerMound.com. Pitching change on the mound. Dawson Shelburne is in. Ethan Nichols will take a seat. Marauders trail 5-2. And let's let you know that Anamia's Tex-Mex is a place to gather with those you love and love to be with. Owners Jay and Anna Ortiz bring love to all they do, and it's apparent upon stepping foot into any of their 4 restaurants. Anamia's Tex-Mex is a proud sponsor of Coppell Baseball. Also a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboy Baseball, it's Republic Title. They have been ranked #1 title company in the Metroplex for 7 years in a row by the Dallas Business Journal. A Coppell resident since 1983, Jay Turner has been a title attorney serving the Coppell Valley Ranch areas since 1984, and his staff of qualified, experienced title professionals have developed a wealth of knowledge about our community that is a benefit to you, the homeowner. For experience that works hard for you, choose Republic Title for your next real estate transaction. Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse. For Dallas-Fort Worth's finest steak dining experience, it's Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse. Call General Manager Greg Kalina for reservations or online at delfriscos.com. And I can tell you, Evan Nemec, I have eaten at Del Frisco's.
Have you?
Good stuff.
As advertised?
As advertised.
There you go.
Outstanding.
Dawson Shelburne, the new pitcher on the mound for Marcus.
Time for my favorite commercial. Studio Movie Grill, where their motto is film, food, and fun.
It's a great motto to have.
Short and sweet, baby.
Even if you don't own a movie theater.
From the left side, it will be Cole Solomon. Runners at first and second in the persons of Austin Grossen and Daniel Jones. Shelburne, curveball, drops in for a strike. So far, 7 Coppell Cowboys have appeared at the plate, Cole Solomon being the 8th. 2 outs, 0-1 count. Shelburne delivers. Swing and fouled off at the plate, 0-2 now. With a victory, Coppell will move on in the State 6A playoffs out of District 6A. This curveball misses high and outside. Tried to draw him into a bad pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the hitter. Solomon, who had a huge hit in the last inning. 2 out. Base hit that plated a run. Shelburne from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses just inside.
Talk about 2 out runs. How many has Coppell had this inning?
Well, they've got 3 runs, and they all came after 2 outs.
Well, there you go.
Because the first 2 outs of the inning were recorded. Strike 3 called on Solomon. So Dawson Shelburne comes in and gets the Marauders out of the inning, but not without damage. 3 runs across. It's a 5-2 Coppell Cowboy lead. More on CSR after this.
Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Point of Origin Design is your one-stop shop for all your apparel, promotional, event, or team uniform needs. Point of Origin Design is a full-service design and logo creation company that offers a wide variety of imprintable and embroidered products. With competitive pricing and quality work, you can't go wrong with Point of Origin Design. It's always best to start at the right point, so visit them online at pointoforigindesign.com. Let them help you plan your next promotional item or design your next t-shirt. That's online at pointoforigindesign.com.
Back with the bottom of the fifth inning. Marauders trail the Coppell Cowboys 5-2 alongside Evan Nemick, Doug Branch from Quick Trip Park at Grand Prairie. Home of the Air Hogs, the Grand Prairie Air Hogs. I don't know that I've ever seen a pig fly, but oh well. Charles King, first pitch to the pinch hitter, Josh Ringsdorf. It's fouled off back to the fence. Defensive change. Ty Manning in at second for Peterson. Second pitch, off speed, misses up high. This half inning brought to you by Rapid Med Urgent Care in Highland Village, providing Southern Denton County families with state-of-the-art emergency medical care right in your neighborhood, from checkups to broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and more. Fouled off back. Ooh, somebody's going to need a little care for that one.
Heyo.
You can count on Rapid Med for all your medical needs. Rapid Med is proud to provide the latest in concussion management through the IMPACT program in partnership with Texas Health Sports Network. Rapid Med Urgent Care Center is dedicated to providing you with quality care quickly. Visit www.rapidmed.com. Here's a shot. One hop to the shortstop. On to first is Nesbitt. It pulls him off the bag. Josh Fuel is saying that it pulled him off, and the umpire calls him out.
Navarro definitely had to stretch there, but I thought that he kept his foot on the bag.
I'm not even going to tell you because I can't see that well in the dark. But what I will tell you is Ringsdorf is retired, 6-3.
And now it's Ryan Neff pinch hitting.
Ryan Neff hitting for Glewanke. Tries to drop down a bunt, and it is foul. As Jeff Sherman starting to clear the bench and get some of his seniors in. Jack Digman in the on-deck circle. Neff swing and waves at that one. Nice pitch out of the hand of Charles King. Here's the pitch. Fastball called strike three. Boy, when you come in to pinch hit, you better have the baseball bat ready to swing. Charles King is on his game right now with a 3-run lead. Jack Dignam will hit for Alex Albright. We'll check defensive substitutions at the start of the next half inning. On deck, Brennan Venter. Fastball just misses on the inside corner. 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth, and the Marauders trail by 3, 5-2. There's another pretty pitch. Must have been down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Dignam being very patient, the senior at the plate. Looked like the identical pitch as the one before. This one's called a strike. 2 balls and a strike on Jack Digman, the pinch hitter.
That's what I was thinking. Those look like the same spot. Different calls.
Another miss out of the hand of King. It's the first time we've seen him struggle in a while. 3 balls and a strike on Digman, the left-hander. From the windup, here's the pitch. Ball 4. And just what the doctor ordered for the Marauders, as Brendan Venter will step in. And we all know with one swing of the bat, he can tighten this thing up in a heartbeat.
Now batting third baseman, number 9, Brendan Victor.
Raising Cane's prides itself on being a great community partner with the schools and organizations that are within the communities they serve. They are proud supporters of Marcus Baseball. Come see them at their location in Flower Mound, 3205 Justin Road, right behind Lowe's. That's Raising Cane's, great sponsors of Marcus Baseball. Fastball catches the outside corner, called strike on the big third baseman. Deep into the left field corner. Hard shot down the line. They play deep that way. Here's a shot left field. This is going to be playable for the left fielder Kettler wraps it up. Ventnor is set down on the fly out to right field. So 4 up, 3 down after the walk. We head to the top of the 6th. Coppell 5, Marcus 2 on CSR TV.
Do you need a boost in exposure? Want to reach local, community-minded folks with information about your business? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games for more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. It's also a way for your business to give back to the community by helping all these well-deserving student athletes get some recognition for their accomplishments. The cost simply can't be beat for the effect it will have. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and best of all, it provides an opportunity for the best advertisement of all, word of mouth. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
Back for the bottom of the 5th. Make that the top of the, should be the top of the 6th, isn't it? Coppell's up to hit.
You are correct.
Run the scoreboard here.
Well,
on the mound, it's Dawson Shelburne.
It's early, Doug, or it's late.
Defensive changes go like this as he throws a strike, evens the count. Now it's shortstop Ryan Neff. Michael Wheeler in at second. Ringsdorf in at first. In the outfield, it's Dignam in left. Nick Miner remains in center field and right field. Ashton Easley. Curveball nubbed at the plate. Will Bernstein let it go? No. He'll throw on to first, and he's safe at first base as he turns and runs back. And that was, I think I saw number 2 on his back. Did I not? See if you can find out if that's a 2 on there or not.
Zooming in. It's not showing us in the back, though.
I believe
that'd be Ty Manning.
Yeah.
Manning.
I saw it too. Manning hit.
He came in during the last half inning.
So a infield single for Manning puts him on first base with no outs. Here's a fouled off the ball at the plate by Miles Pascal. Pascal up for his 4th time. He's got a single and 2 strikeouts, 1 for 3 on the morning. Yes, morning. It's 10:19. This is like the old days when you got up early on a Saturday and Sunday and played baseball all day. Except in high school, you don't normally do it. They are doing it here. Squaring around and bunt. It's a good one. Push down the line. Pascal. They'll move the runner up to second as the pitcher Shelburne shuffles it on to Ringsdorf at first to record the out. 1-3 on the foot out. A sacrifice that moves the runner down to second base in the person of Ty Manning. Jacob Nesbitt has singled, grounded out to the pitcher and the shortstop. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Stranded at first base in the 3rd inning after the single. Here's the pitch from Shelburne. Curveball. Swing and a miss. Woo. Took a healthy cut at that one, didn't he? Nesbitt digs in from the right side. Right-hander Shelburne looks back to second. Throws. Down low. Bernstein grabs. They'll throw behind the runner. Actually, turns out being in front of the runner. Back in is Ty Manning very easily. Manning is a very proficient bunter, and he showed it. Well, actually, I guess that wasn't the sacrifice was by Pascal, wasn't it? Although the ball was hit with a full swing, but it looked like a bunt. That's where I was going. Here's the pitch. Inside and low.
The swinging bunt.
Swinging bunt. There you go. I'll leave that one alone also. I can see the gears turning in your head right now.
Things are moving. Yep.
2 balls and a strike. Pitch from Shelburne. Hit. Center field. Deep. Back to go get it is Nick Miner. He will track it down. And scurrying back to second base after the fly out is Kai Manning. Nice job by Nick Miner to get back and make a play. Marco Navarro walked and scored in the last inning. One of 3 runs that the Cowboys put across to take this 5-2 lead. And they still, they still don't have the score right. The scoreboard is incorrect as in what inning we're in. Won't even go there. Should be the top of the 6th. Pitch from Shelburne. This is high. Runner down at second is Ty Manning. Reached on an infield signal. On the stretch, here's the pitch. Popped up, out of play, right back towards us. Just a little left of us into the stand. Oh, it hit one of the wires. That's twice now that it got the wire. Last night it got the wire, elevated, and took out Cassie's right knee. Or was it the left one? Right knee. We'll tweet that for you here in a moment. I forgot we have that picture. 1-1 count. Fastball down low, misses.
Just as long as it didn't injure Kyler Murray 2 suites away.
Oh, right. Of course not. Like you would have caught that in the forehead. I don't believe it would have done much damage. Used to wearing a helmet. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, back to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Navarro. 5 runs, they were all put across. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th. That add up to the Coppell Cowboy 5-2 lead. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball from Dawson Shelburne. Gets another strikeout. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Marauders are 6 outs away from either a win or they go home on the 2014-15 campaign. That's next here on CSR. Back in a minute or a moment or however you'd like to say it. Doug Branch and Evan Nemec from Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. Back in a moment on CSR.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Either follow @Champion Sports on Twitter or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and you will know what time your game starts, who was named Player of the Week, or what your school's alumni are doing in college. That's on Twitter @Champion Sports and facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
Locker Room Sports is a proud sponsor of Marcus High School Baseball. Locker Room provides custom uniform and high-end equipment for all your baseball and sporting goods needs. Locker Room is located 1565 West Main Street, Suite 102 in Louisville, or you can visit them on Facebook or on the web, www.lsr or lrsportswear.com. Back once again in Grand Prairie. We got a pitching change on the mound for the Coppell Cowboys. It'll be number 23, Ray Gaither. Swing and a miss. Matt Bernstein. Gaither has not played much. Cut a hand early in the season. He's now recovered, and he's one of the new pitchers that Kendall Clark has to go to. Curveball hit into right field. This will get down in the gap, maybe go for two. Bernstein, he'll turn the corner and shut down the Jets right there on a nice play by Miles Pascal to get the ball back into the infield. And frankly, a smart play by the first base coach, Josh Fuel, as that run does not really mean anything without the runs behind it. And if you get an out at second base, that takes one of your 6 remaining outs. Ashton Easley now will step up for the Marcus Marauders as Bernstein, another hit in the game, 2 singles to right field.
Kyle Gracie comes in to run for Bernstein at first base.
Gracie with plus speed, although he has been picked a couple of times, so needs to be careful. Cannot afford to throw away outs at this point of the game with only 6 left in your arsenal. Gaither from the stretch, quick step, shot into right field, and it'll flare out of play into the red hog, or wait, that would be air hog seats.
But they are red.
They are red, and they're red hog. Swing and a miss, and ahead to count Gaither now. No ball, 2 strikes on right fielder Ashton Easley. Located at Sandy Lake and Denton Tap Roads, Frost Bank is a proud supporter of Coppell Cowboy Baseball. Let us help you step up your financial game. Frost Bank, we're from here. I guess I should say it like this. We're from here. You like that better?
I do, actually.
Fastball just misses on the outside, easily with a good eye.
You've got to convince them.
We're from here. I'm not a very good kind of big belt buckle wearing cowboy kind of type, if you know what I mean. Pitch from Gaither. That's a strike. Easily watched one too many, and he goes down looking. Ray Gaither on in the 6th to close for the Coppell Cowboys. Nick Miner, who singled in the 2nd inning, was stranded. Sacrificed in the 4th, will step up. Runner at first is Kyle Gracie. On for Bernstein, who singled. Matt Bernstein has had an outstanding series so far. Pitch from Gaither, curveball, called strike. I do applaud the patience of the Marauders here to make the Cowboy pitchers throw strikes. Fastball, strike 2. And I'll tell you what, you start off this lineup with Jensen Elliott on the mound, then you go to Charles King, and then you go to Ray Gaither. You got a pretty potent pitching staff.
And it appears
Kendall Clark.
Gaither's really dialed in.
Fastball just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Miner, the center fielder for the Marcus Marauders. Down to their last 5 outs. Drew Jackson, I believe, on deck. The senior will get an at-bat here in the state playoffs. Here's the pitch. Curveball, hit, flared, right field. Getting to it and making the catch is the right fielder, DJ Jones. Daniel Jones comes up with it. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And it will be Drew Jackson for Alex Jackson.
Now batting for the Marauders, number 19, Drew Jackson.
Jackson headed to Pensacola State to join former Marauder teammate Romero Greer. That is, if Romero Greer remains at Pensacola State. To be determined. First pitch is a ball high outside of the left-hander. Jackson a little more patient than the younger brother, the younger brother. Here's the pitch. Fastball, called strike. Evens the count at 1-1 on the pinch hitter, Drew Jackson. Sports number 19 on his back. First appearance in this series. And we've got a left-hander warming in the Coppell bullpen. Gaither. And this ball's going to get to the left-hander in the bullpen. And back onto the field. Concrete bounce and right back out on the field. We'll have time. And while we have that, let us tell you that the neighborhood of Cypress Waters proudly supports the Coppell Cowboys. come tour our brand new apartments and townhomes on Beltline Road, just north of 635. Visit CypressWatersApartments.com for more details. Gaither to the plate. Fouled back off one more time into the fascia. Specializing in pediatric dental care and oral surgery in Coppell for more than 13 years, Doctors Daryl and Linda Steele offer a wide range of services from baby's first visit to children's checkup to wisdom teeth extraction and dental implants. For appointments, call Steele Dental Specialties, 972-315-3355. Hit to the pitcher. He will field it. Gaither, toss it over to first to Navarro, and the Cowboys are out of the inning. So we head to the top of the 7th inning. They lead it 5-2. Up next for Coppell when we return for the top of the 7th, it'll be Hayden Kettler, Trey Becerra, and Austin Gross. That's next here on CSR.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schwab, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number one cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Kyle Grayson takes over in center field. Garrett Clark out and left as Jeff Sherman clears the seniors off the bench in what might be their final game of their high school career. On the mound, Dawson Shelburne to Matt Bernstein down low for a ball. 5-2, Coppell Cowboy lead at the plate for the Cowboys. It is Hayden Kettler. Shot third. Between the legs, Venter comes up, throws to first, and gets him. Nice play, and that's why that young man will play Division I baseball as a lumberjack at Stephen F. Austin. Stayed with the ball after he knocked it down, made a strong throw to first base, and that's the sign of a tough third baseman, Brendan Venter.
You see the cannon that he has in that right arm.
Early in the season, he had issues with that right arm, so it's good to see him unload that the way that he did. Called strike out of the hand of Dawson Shelburne. 1 out, 0-1 count on the hitter, Trey Becerra. Curveball way outside, gets past Matt Bernstein, but no scoring on that as nothing happens other than it's a ball. Fastball fouled off, almost got a bird going by. Did you see that? That would have been very
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson-like. Well, Dave Kingman actually hit a bird out of the air with a ball, but Randy Johnson threw a pitch. Down low in the dirt, evens the count at 2-2 on Becerra.
You must be alert when you're here at Quick Trip Park.
And I'm telling you, and the metal fascia makes it sound a lot worse than it probably is. Shelburne with the offering. Deep drive, left field, going back is Clark. It's over his head. One bounce off the wall. Becerra turns second. He'll look for third. Hold up right there as Kendall Clark throws up the Degree commercial, making sure that you don't see any sweat marks under his arms. Degree deodorant puts the stop sign out. Becerra rips one to left field. In scoring position with 1 out. Headed to the plate, it's Austin Gross, the third baseman. Gross, a single, a ground out, and a sack. And it looks like Saxon Lump is going to warm up. Jeff Sherman's going to go out and take a little time to give him a chance to warm up, and I would imagine Saxon Lump will get a chance to come into this game. And once again, I can't say it enough, what a classy move by Jeff Sherman to clear the seniors off of his bench in what might be their last game. I know it's still a 5-2 game. I know he's not playing to lose. I guarantee you he's not. But absolutely classy move by putting those seniors in. While that happens, let's tell you that, well, you know what? I've already done all the commercials. We'll do these last three one more time since we didn't get them into yesterday's broadcast. Jersey Mike's Coppell is a proud supporter of Cowboy baseball. Jersey Mike's, always freshly sliced. Elite Care Emergency Room is a proud sponsor of Coppell Cowboy baseball. Open 24/7 for all your emergency needs. 720 North Denton Tap Road, just in front of Market Street. And Dickey's Barbecue since 2000, the Coppell Cowboys. 2 winning Texas traditions. Hit a home run with Dickey's Barbecue. Slow, smoked, served, fast. Like a fastball from the hand of Dawson Shelburne. Missed up high. 1 ball, no strikes. The batter, Austin Gross. As we have a jet flying overhead, you can hear it in the background. Fouled off, right side, out of play. It's a great ballpark, and the Air Hogs continue to play here. The Grand Prairie Air Hogs, independent baseball here in Grand Prairie. Of course, just outside of the field in right field, it's Verizon Center. Concerts to the max down there. Jack Cushing running down now into the bullpen. Can't believe he's going to warm up, but going to talk to his senior friend and pitcher, Saxon Lump. Here's a pitch. Shelburne. Looked like it hit him, but it did not. Coming inside is Shelburne. 2 balls and a strike on Austin Gross. Down at second base, Becerra with a double. 2 walks, has scored 2 runs, struck out and doubled. Here's a shot towards third. 2 hops, a short hop. Venter's got it on to first. Ringsdorf with the catch. And another nice play. I mean, you can really see why Brendan Venter, I would expect him to be the district third baseman, one of the potential candidates for player of the year with the batting average that he had. Jeff Sherman took a trip down to the bullpen to talk to Saxon Lump. I would assume Lump would be ready to go because he's Lump, he's Lump, he's Lump. He's in that bullpen. All right, Cassie laughed. Did you laugh, Evan?
I smirked.
Smirked, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that a radio term? And here comes Jeff Sherman. And he's going to make the change right here. So Sherman goes out on the mound. 2 outs, no count. The batter is Daniel Jones, who singled in his last at bat. And Saxon Lump is going to come on. And a nice round of applause for the senior Dawson Shelburne, who understands why he's given way. Oh, I'm sorry, the junior Dawson Shelburne, giving way to the senior. But, once again, he understands it's not about his pitching performance. It's about getting Saxon Lump a chance to get on the mound and to where? North Lake College. So Saxon Lump is headed to North Lake. The deep pitching staff continues as head coach Jeff Sherman, I believe, is that all the seniors other than Bryce Verplank, who's DHing? So it is a full senior team out there on the field for the Marauders as they will play their last 4 outs that way. Actually, it may only be 1 more out because if they don't come back and tie the game, there will be no bottom of the 7th. No, we are in the, what are we in? This is the top of the 7th. That's right. So this is it. So it's up to Saxon Lump to try and get it done right here. Sponsors have all been mentioned. Everything's done. After the game, Evan Nemick will head field level to talk to both coaches, we hope.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're going to do them both tonight.
Why not?
If it turns out this way, I definitely want to get a wrap-up with head coach Jeff Sherman.
Gotcha.
And what I may have you do is hand him the microphone, the phone, tell him I'm going to be on the other end.
Okay. No problem.
And get a chance to visit because obviously it would take way too long to get him all the way up here.
Yeah, that's true.
At the Marauder Field, I'm able to whistle and he'll come running up. But here, not thinking that's going to happen.
He'd have a couple flights of stairs to climb.
Lump, curveball, drops in for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. All he's done is come in and throw strikes. 2 outs. The runner down at second is Becerra. Lump, curveball, just misses as he tried to backdoor him one more time. If Jones gets on, it'll be Cole Solomon. Shot down the line, hook and foul. And a nice catch by a young man down there in left field, who immediately gets it into the dugout. Or the bullpen. Lack and sleep's getting me now. This night-day doubleheader that, finishes at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then comes back at 8 o'clock in the morning. No, wait, I guess it was a 9 o'clock start, wasn't it? Lump deals. Curveball way outside. Bernstein's got to do his best Florida State imitation. Go wide right. Pick it off before it hits the goalpost. 2-2 count. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th. Coppell leads it 5-2. If they win, they move on. Ball popped up in the infield. Ryan Neff's underneath. He'll squeeze it, and that'll end the inning for the Coppell Cowboys. 3 outs away from a victory. Marcus has got one more chance to try and get back in this one. It'll be Verplank. Then we'll figure out who comes to bat after that, but Bryce Verplank is the first one. That's next here on CSR. Back in a moment. It's Coppell 5, Marcus 2 from Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie. Back in a moment after this.
Many heart conditions can be fixed, but many of us don't know we have a problem until it's too late. On April 2nd, 2009, Zachary Schwa, a 16-year-old sophomore offensive lineman, died of sudden cardiac arrest, the number 1 cause of death among student athletes. Like so many SCA victims, Zach had no heart issues, nor did anyone in his family. If Zach had an echocardiogram, he might have been able to avoid suffering a condition that takes 10,000 of our youth each year. In his memory, Living for Zachary was formed to try and prevent SCA from taking the lives of youth everywhere. Join in the fight today and stop the silent killer of SCA by scheduling your young athlete for an echocardiogram, a procedure that can detect any heart issue with 99% accuracy. For more information, visit www.livingforzachary.org. That's living4Zachary.org, and let your heart be heard.
Ray Gaither on the bump. First pitch is a strike to Bryce Verplank. Fastball swinging and a miss. Second pitch is a strike. Gaither working on fire like he's got somewhere to be for lunch. Let's hope he remembers to include me in the invite. Verplank flies it right field. Moving to his right, camps under it, and the first out of the inning. Daniel Jones with the putout.
Now batting, first baseman, number 11, Josh Ringsdorf.
First baseman, Josh Ringsdorf. Ringsdorf grounded out in the 5th. First pitch fouled off for a strike. Caught by the catcher.
And Ryan Neff on deck right now for the Marauders.
Ringsdorf rings one down the line, just foul. He almost got an extra base hit out of that one, depending on how it caromed off the bullpen fence in right field. Once again, a fairly nice crowd on hand here. Another game will follow. Don't know who it is, do we, Evan?
With the binoculars, go ahead.
This one will go 1-4-3. Gaither to Manning, on to Navarro, and there are 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th.
Keller High and Mansfield will play Game 3 of their series.
Ryan Neff will step in. Marcus Marauders down to their last out of the 2014-15 campaign. Pitch is up high. Right after the game, we'll visit with head coach Kendall Clark and then try to get Coach Jeff Sherman on the horn. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. If Ryan Neff gets on, then it'll be Jack Dignam. Gaither delivers. Strike. Just throwing BBs. Gaither's working fast out there. He's pumped up. 1 strike away from moving on in the state playoffs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off right back at us. The net's in the way. We're safe. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Nobody on. Coppell up 5-2. Bottom of the 7th. Ray Gaither on the bump. Cole Solomon behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it. As the Coppell Cowboys take the series 2-0 and move on to advance in the state playoffs. 5-2 victory for Coppell. We'll be back to wrap it up. The postgame shows next here on CSR.
Direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
In Command Broadcasting, a sports TV broadcasting and marketing company. In Command Broadcasting provides a wide array of turnkey video production and streaming services. In Command services include filming of sporting events, season highlights, school graduations, corporate infomercials, and documentaries. In Command streams your sporting event or company function over the internet live or on demand. Call 972-851-7888 to raise the energy of your next event. In Command Broadcasting, 972-851-7888.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Writer Gerald Early said that when they study our civilization 2,000 years from now, there will only be 3 things that Americans will be known for: the Constitution, baseball, and jazz music. GDYO's Jazz Institute provides young musicians in North Texas the opportunity to learn what it means to be a jazz musician through weekly technique classes and combo rehearsals with professional jazz musicians. From the first note to the final round of applause, GDYO Jazz Institute concerts will amaze and delight both hardcore jazz cats and new fans alike. Learn more about the truly original American art form through the GDYO Jazz Institute online at gdyo.org/jazz.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business or increase exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that nearly 4 million brain injuries occur every year due to sports in the U.S. They also estimate that 70% of concussions go unreported. Not identifying concussions early can be devastating, especially if the athlete continues to play with symptoms. Catching hard hits fast is critical, and that's why you need the Shockbox Helmet Impact Sensor. The Shockbox is a small sensor that easily attaches to most football, lacrosse, and hockey helmets and instantly sends a signal to a smartphone on the sidelines when the player has taken a hard hit that puts them at higher risk for injury. The free app receives data from the sensor, displays information about the impact, and even walks the user through a concussion assessment. The app also logs symptom and impact data for future medical use. Visit ShotboxDFW.com to learn more about the Shockbox Impact Alert Sensor and determine if it is the right option for your child. Be warned instantly when a player has experienced a head impact that could result in a concussion. Visit ShockboxDFW.com today. ShockboxDFW.com.
All right, we're back at the Quick Trip Park at Grand Prairie, where the Coppell Cowboys come away with a 5-2 win and take the series from the Marcus Marauders 2-0. And we are joined now by Coppell head coach Kendall Clark. And coach, from down on the field, you got to be very excited that your team came out today and finished this in game one. Game one today. I know you didn't want to go to a game 3.
No, sir, we didn't. We were going to have to change venues, and rain's coming. There's all kinds of different factors. We really wanted to play a good game and get the thing finished in 2. We did have a couple of errors there or bad plays, but we did overcome them.
Talk about your team and how they came out. You know, this Marauder team, I know you would say it, very good pitching, but you guys came out aggressive, swung the bats, and hit the baseball all over the field.
Yes, they were ranked number 1 to start the season in Class 6A, so we knew they were a quality team. Pitching and their lineup is quality lineup. We thought that we had to execute our pitches, and guys, when you play good teams, these guys throw strikes. It doesn't do you any good to really be patient. All you're doing is get behind in the count, and you got to hit a pitch that's not even as good as the one you took.
What did you tell your team when they came off the field after you had secured this victory and move on to the next round in the playoffs?
Well, we told them last night we had a 9 o'clock game to go home and get some rest, and if they come out here and take care of their business, and they can do their little catting around stuff that they do on the weekends. And so they're pretty excited about getting to go do their thing instead of having to go play game 3 and extend the day and us make them practice. All those things come into play. But we gave them a little reward of they don't have to go scout with us; they can just go do their thing.
Gotcha. Now talk about your pitching staff. Jensen Elliott last night with a 2-hitter. Today, Charles King throws well for you. And then now you've got Ray Gaither back after cutting his hand. You're loaded now.
Yeah, we really are deep on the mound. If it went to game 3, we still had 4 kids that hadn't thrown that are quality. And it was going to be a hard decision as to who to start. I got 2 kids that have both are undefeated and both have a ERA below 1. So it's going to be a difficult choice there. I'm glad we didn't have to make it.
All right, well, Coach Kendall Clark, congratulations as the Coppell Cowboys will move on in the 2015 6A playoffs. Opponent to be determined. Action will get underway, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thanks for stopping by, Coach, on the postgame show. When we come back, we will have a chance to visit with head coach Jeff Sherman. That'll happen after this quick timeout.
Are you looking for a way to promote your business exposure? Do you just need more people to know that you're there? Join the Champion Sports Radio team and advertise during these games. In the last 4 years, Champion Sports Radio has broadcast over 600 games to more than 3.5 million listeners. And Champion Sports Radio wants to help you use major high school sports to reach thousands of local fans right in your community. Think about it. Die-hard fans just like you tune in each and every week, giving your business unparalleled access to the community. It's the perfect way for smaller individually owned businesses to cultivate a core clientele or expand their already loyal customer base. To secure your prime commercial spot during the broadcast, contact Thomas Lee at Champion Sports Radio by phone at 972-741-0334. That's 972-741-0334 or online at championsportsradio.com. Champion Sports Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcast.
And we're back at Quick Trip Park, where unfortunately for the Marcus Marauders, their season comes to an end as they lose 2 games in a row to the Coppell Cowboys and Coach Kendall Clark. And we're joined now by Marauder head coach Jeff Sherman. And Coach, I know you've got to be disappointed. I know your kids have to be disappointed, but what a great season for the Marcus Marauders this year.
Oh, yeah, it was unbelievable. We're preseason 1 and in the state, top 25 in the country, and we had a lot of recognition. We had a lot of guys get scholarships. We had a lot of stuff on this before the season started. And then at the we had a great season. We had some hard fought games, and then at the end of the day, they get 2 infield hits yesterday and beat us, and then today they square upfield balls, get some 2-out hitting and beat us. And, sometimes you feel like you played sometimes better than them, but sometimes baseball doesn't roll your way. And so it's a good lesson for our kids. And, we fought so hard, and baseball sometimes do that, just continue to work hard. But, I'm so proud of my guys and what they stand for and the legacy that they brought to Marcus High School.
I'll tell you what, Coach, I said it during the broadcast. I thought one of the classiest things I've ever seen. I know you were down 5-2. I know you were not surrendering the baseball game, but you got your seniors on the field, every last one of them. And I know the parents appreciate that, the fans appreciate that, and I think that was an absolute classy move on your part.
Well, I appreciate it, but, at the end of the day, they're good players. They wouldn't be on my team if they weren't. So, respect to them. They left the legacy here at Marcus High School. They have the most wins in school history from a 4-year standpoint, and, it was an honor to coach them. Couldn't be more prouder of them and the family and, what they represent. Unbelievable.
Wrap this season up for me, if you can, in 30 seconds or so, about what was Marcus baseball this year, and then real quick jump to what you have to look forward to for next year.
Yeah, that's a good question. What Marcus baseball? This, you have some core guys that have been here since they're sophomores, and then last year we're all juniors, go to the regional finals, and this year we come short in the area rounds. But at the end of the day, these guys are winners, and they compete at a high level. I think that's the one thing that we tried to talk about here at Marcus High School is, be a winner, and be a winner not just on the field but off the field. And I think that's most important for everything here. And as far as next year is we'll be ready to go. We won't probably have the senior class that we have this year with all those great players, but we will have a bunch of good players. Possibly could become great. I feel very confident in my guys and what we have and what we're about to do. So they're going to work hard, and I know the junior class, the sophomore class, and the freshman class, they don't like to lose. So the tradition is still keeping, and hopefully we can give it a run next year and stay injury-free and have fun. That's most important.
Very good, Coach. Well, we, as always, appreciate your candidness and your access throughout the season, and love doing Marcus baseball and being involved with you guys, and look forward to next year in 2015-16.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
All right, and that'll wrap it up here from Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie, where the Coppell Cowboys get passed in the 3-game series. They win 2-0 in the series, 5-2 today in a morning game here at Quick Trip Park, and they take down the Marcus Marauders. They will move on in the state playoffs. It'll happen next week. We'll have it here on CSR. For Evan Nemick, I'm Doug Branch. We thank you for joining us as we sign off from Grand Prairie. Have a blessed day.